Hi everybody, I'm Andy the Kenworth Guy with Inland Truck and Equipment. Here I am standing in front of our W900L. This is our limited edition unit that we're putting up for auction. We talked about it in a previous video, so I'd love to show you what this is all about. This is unit 557 of 900 produced, so let's see what this is all about. All right, so here we are back on one of my favorite locations. I've taken some pretty epic trucks to this location, and this one is no different. This is, like I said, our W900 limited edition. We are auctioning this truck off for charity, Truckers Against Trafficking and STARS Mobile Air Ambulance. So you can check out those two great causes online. I'll put links in the description below. So let's talk about this truck for a minute. So this is a 2024 100th anniversary edition W900 long hood with a studio 86-inch sleeper with factory 100th anniversary paint on there. Those paint colors, you can't really tell from the picture here or the video here, but there's an enormous amount of metal flake in it. It just looks insane when the sun shines on it. So we have Century Silver, Century Red, and Century Black Red effect. So looking really, really gorgeous. So this is sitting on a 260-inch wheelbase. We have a 13,200 pound wide track front axle with disc brakes. Looking up front here, we have the factory Texas bumper, and this truck will be getting fitted up with a few more trinkets for the final auction. So stay tuned for more details and pictures on that. But we have the 7 grill bars across the front as opposed to the standard 3. So we added those extra 4 in there, and just love that mirror and that glossy Kenworth bug, just gorgeous. With the limited edition, there is some factory options that are put in here. Starting up top here, we have the factory visor put on there and the 100th anniversary logo etched in the corner. Similar to what we did with the Icon 900, where we had a little lizard in that corner, if you recall. We did the polished battery box and DPF box matching on both sides, so we got the nice polished end caps. We put the chrome paneling down there, which is standard on a studio sleeper. I ordered it without the lower chrome on the bottom here, just so we have a nice clean painted line without anything kind of interrupting the flow. It's just kind of how I like to do it. We have the large def tank with the chrome cover over top, and then here's one of the Kenworth badges, Kenworth 100, that are put on the truck as well. We ordered it with the 7-inch pipes, 42s I believe those are, and then we have a 100th anniversary Kenworth 100 in the exhaust shield. Now, I've talked about this in other videos. I prefer to order the trucks without letters in the side here, because when you're wiping it, because you're always obviously going to be polishing and shining up your Kenworth, your rag gets caught on these little hooks, on the little cuts here. But there's this little black backing that goes in here, so it's less likely to get snagged. So I kind of like that. We have the windows in both sides, which is a standard feature on the Studio Sleeper. And we have two large fuel tanks, the 150 gallons with the 7-inch straps. The straps are lined up nicely. The ends of the tanks are lined up nicely. We have a rear fuel fill on the back. And then one thing, this is one of the first times I've had this come on a truck for myself. This is the mid-frame marker light. I don't mind it in that position as opposed to that ugly piece that goes off of the frame right there. So that's a really nice clean way of that getting put on there. So only available when you have your fuel tank straps this far back. Truck has the AG400L suspension, so that is the 4-bag air ride, and we have the Kenworth 100 rims, as you can see right there, and those are Durabrite's Michelin X Energy D drive tires. Full locking differentials with Super 40 rear ends, so these are the the D40-172Ps. And we have the disc brakes on the back here, as you can see. Walking around this side here, we have the other fuel tank. Now, we did leave a gap here for a APU, so you can put an auxiliary power unit right in that spot. It's a nice clean gap, nice clean gap that allows the tanks to line up properly, and then you have the same amount of distance for the DEF tank on the other side as in here. So putting on an APU, which would be required with all the anti-idling laws that are kind of in place, you can throw that right in there. We have the 15-inch air cleaners on the side here with the bolts mounted on the inside. That top just pops down and give it a half turn, and then it's easy access to change your filter out. We got the moto mirrors on both sides as well. So let's open up the hood and I'll show you what's underneath and powering this truck. All right, here we are underneath the hood. We have the 565 1850 torque Cummins X15 Performance Series engine, and you'll notice the frame is a nice beautiful color in there as well. So that is, I forget the color, I think it's called Volcano Red, which was the closest frame match that had a metal flake in it to the red up here. So I worked with our paint coordinator to confirm that we had all the matching colors, had paint chips sent out, and I verified, and that's what I decided when we spec'd this truck out. Underneath the hood here we have a few options. So I have the hood hinge reinforcement right here, which I like to put on the W9Ls just to give that additional support, so you're not going to have the fender sagging and getting the paint starring along the sides here. It also helps prevent your headlights from kind of vibrating going down the highway. We did not touch the frame stance on the front end, so we're just leaving this one standard stock. And then we have the battery boost terminals, remote lube terminal, and there's the air fill right there. We've got the Davco 382 fuel water separator with the heaters. Also have the work lights that I put in at the factory as well. That's a factory option. And then we have your power steering with filter, and then your engine oil check, your your washer fluid up above. We got some relays and fuses up above here as well. We'll just go around the other side really quick. So on this side, we have the hot side. Your turbo is right in there. Your HVAC is up above over there. We have your accessories over here. And there's the additional hood hinge reinforcement. And then right here we have the support bar right that goes across, just giving you additional support when you're opening up the hood. So that's a hood hinge reinforcement, and that's the heavy duty hood reinforcement right there. So that's a little bit about the engine. Let's take a look on the inside and finish this tour off. All right, so as we look into the cab here, you'll see on the floor we have this Kenworth 100 right there that you would walk over. You'd never walk on that. We have the heated seats, and this leather is so soft. It's a beautiful new seat that they have for this, interior. We got the red piping all the way around. We got the storage pocket on the sides, and it is the Premium Plus seat with the additional lumbar supports, height adjustment. And then on the floor here, we have your battery disconnect switches. There's your air chuck to blow the cab out of dust if you need. So looking a little further inside here, we have leather wrap steering wheel with the red stitching, which is a really nice touch. Ordered it with a full gauge package all the way across. Manual 18-speed double over transmission. And then you can see here on the doors, we have the Kenworth 100, same on the driver passenger side. And then there's that badge, the 557 of 900. You can see here we have this special weave design that is put over top instead of the wood grain, and that's the silver up top as well. Diamond interior in the black color is standard with the Kenworth 100. And let's show you around the bunk for a second. All right, so the way that this comes here, you have the sofa bed down below here, which is for the 100th anniversary. It has this little tag for 100, same as on the seats right here. And then we have a Kenworth 100 across the back on the upper bunk. So a really nice interior on this here. On the back corner here, we have your panels for your lights, your sleeper lights, your fridge, your heater controls, your radio controls, and then there's a headphone and then a little jack right there if you wanted to have that. On the back here, we have some storage shelves, and then up above as well, we got a couple of drawers down below, which is standard when you order a studio sleeper with a diamond VIT interior. And then we have this little closet here up front for a lot more storage. Same thing on this side. We got shelf with the drawers, and there's the bolsters that can go on the seat here. So you can have nice little bolsters right there. And more shelves there. Storage up above here and here. That's a spot for your TV with the 12-volt outlet, and then the fridge down below. One of my favorite things to see in a Kenworth is this old school fan. I remember that from when I was a kid. I almost want to get one of these and put it on my desk just because I think they're cool. But yeah, so there you go. All right, so that's it for this week's video. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, we are going to be auctioning this exact truck off for charity on October 17th on Ritchie Brothers. If you want to see more information about that, there will be links in the description below, so you can check that out, and go to inland-group.com for more details as well if you're interested. Hey, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, I'd invite you to subscribe. That sure helps me out a lot. It's easy to do that. You just hit the button down below here where it says subscribe, and you can follow the prompts from there. If you also want to check out my website, thekenworthguy.com, up above here, you can see what other trucks we have for sale. And if you're interested in contacting me and custom ordering a truck, that's where you do that. So thanks so much for watching. And as always, have yourself the world's best day.